Alright guys, here we are again with another video on the Snoopy edition of AtGames 4K pinball machine. I just did a full review on this machine and first impressions that I did on this, and I told you guys that there were some mods that I did on this machine, and you guys are seeing some right now in this intro, and I want to talk to you guys about them and show you guys what I did to the machine to really elevate it and bring it to the top. And these are really easy mods that you just do really quickly and everybody could do it. And it really elevates your machine. Of course, I'll have links to all the products that I use down below in the description. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
All right, guys, so I will show you this stuff with the lights off right at the end of the video so you guys can see how everything looks all lit up and everything. But of course, we're going to leave the lights on to talk about all the different mods that I did. And let's talk about the most obvious one, which is the LEDs that are glowing on the bottom. So the way that I had these lit right now is it is set to a specific color. These are Govee lights, and of course with Govee you can add them into your app and on the Govee app, and you can control to have whatever color you want, whether it cycles through or whatever the case may be. I decided to set it specifically to yellow, and I have the plug taped right underneath here, right underneath the corner here, so I could easily power it off when I want to, because the LEDs of course don't power off with the machine. But you can add the LEDs really easily. I added them to the back and the front, so you can see the back there is lighting up all evenly on the back there, so it really gives it a nice LED glow. They're plenty bright, and you can see here on the bottom as well. If I show you guys real quick on the bottom, you can see they're all lit up down there. I did get a strip that's probably a little bit too long that I didn't need because I just wanted to light the bottom and the top. So keep in mind, you guys, I used the 32 feet. You could easily get away with 16 feet instead because I had to go up and down the playfield like 4 or 5 times, as you guys saw there at the bottom, just to be able to do that. So definitely don't need that much, and you'll still be able to do, one loop around here and then one loop at the top, which is all essentially I wanted. But now it's plenty bright because there's a lot of LEDs in the front and back, and it looks fantastic. I'll show you guys at the end here, what that looks like with the lights off. So that's mod number 1 that we did with these Govee lights. They're fantastic and awesome. And like I said, it even goes, I almost forgot to mention, it even goes with the sound as well. So you can just have them set to breathe or all these different motions and stuff, but there's also a mini microphone on that little plug there in the corner. So it kind of shines the light and kind of goes with the actual gameplay of the table. So it makes it seem like it's part of the table, even though it's not, just because it's listening for sound and then being, music reflective on the game. So that's also really cool as well. So mod number 2 is these lights right here on the side. So you guys may have seen other people use this. These are also sound activated, and when they hear sound, obviously it spikes up and down depending on what's going on. So you can see they turn off when there's no sound, and then they turn back on when they hear sound. And I have the music pretty low right now, so it's listening to me more than anything else. But again, you could also change these to whatever color you want. So if you have another machine, I specifically set it to the yellow look because that matches the machine obviously much better. And all I did was add some double-sided tape to the edge of it, and it's sitting on the side panel right here. And it does, you can either power them on, you can charge them and they last about 3 hours, or you can do what I did and hide the USB-C cable that it comes with and plug them in to the back of the machine here. I can't really show you because it's hiding, but you can see 2 USB plugs plugged right there. There's 2 USB plugs on the back, and I just have them plugged in. You can't see the cables from the front at all, and that way I don't have to worry about ever charging them or anything. So I have that sitting right here, and those are always ready to go. I just power them off when I'm done and then power them on, and it really adds a cool look while you're playing. Makes it stand out with more of a yellow pop and more of those LEDs. Some people have put them on here instead, or sometimes right here on the side, but it messes. I wanted it to be on the outside, so it didn't mess up the artwork or anything on the side or be next to the speaker that much. I think this is in a much better position. And of course, the bigger issue is the USB-C. If I want to leave them plugged in all the time, I can't put them here because then the cable is going to wrap around this way. Putting them on the side means that you can't see the cable at all when looking at it through the front. If I put it anywhere else like here, then the cable would have to wrap around, then you would see the cable more. So I think this is a perfect spot, and it looks really good. It really matches the theme of the table. Next thing, mod number 3 that we did on this machine is going to be the cup holder. Look at this Snoopy cup holder that we have right here. I know AtGames sells their own, cup holder that they had on sale for $15 recently, usually $25, but this is a custom one off Etsy, which I think is well worth the price. They have 3 different ones. I forget which other one there was. I know there was I believe there was a Attack from Mars one and another one that I can't remember, but they have the Snoopy one. Really high quality. All it is you don't have to take apart your machine or anything. I actually had the machine standing on 3 legs. For a second, I took the leg off, and then I put the same exact screws that went into the legs and just put them right here on the cup, as you can see, so it holds everything together. And it sits there really sturdy and holds everything really well, and it really just pops with the machine. Much rather have this than the magnetic ones that they sell that are generic ones that AtGames sells. Really ties the machine all together, and it's a really simple mod, of course, just like all these mods are. Mod number 4 that we did with this machine is, of course, as you can see, this Snoopy right here that's sitting on here. Again, he has 3 of the same ones. This is from the same Etsy seller. He has 3 of these as well. And this is really simple. I didn't have to detach like the current red one that AtGames has on this, like the red standard plunger. This actually just went over it. You basically just, I can't really show you because it's already in there, but it comes with the plastic in his head when you first get it. You take the plastic off of his head and you put the plastic on here so it wraps around, and then you put the head on. The instructions are kind of, he has a video of it on his website. Obviously, I can't show you because it's already attached, but like I said, really simple to install. It took less than 5 minutes, and really, really nice now to have this Snoopy here ready to plunge, and it just adds that element to the machine. Again, awesome mod. Every pinball machine should have like a custom plunger because it really looks cool when people go buy it, as you can see right here. Mod number 5 here that we got to talk about that you guys have probably seen this whole entire time is this right here. This is from Buy Stuff Arcades. So this used to just be the generic AtGames symbol that was sitting right here. It said 4K Legends right here. Obviously, this ties in much, much better. This is from Buy Stuff Arcades. We all know them already. Artwork is fantastic. It looks so good on here, and definitely much better to have this artwork on here as opposed to the other one that was there. All you have to do to install this is really easy. You just take the lap bar out with these 3 screws. You take this out and you just apply it. You don't have to, dismantle the sides. You don't have to do it. You don't have to take any buttons out, because the only buttons I have is the one that it came with, which is a directional pad, because I didn't get the arcade thing or anything, because I'm not planning on playing arcade games on here, and there is none right now anyway. So it seemed kind of useless to spend money on that when I'm here to just play pinball and everything's activated with the flippers and everything. Majority of the time. So I was like, you know what, for now, if I change my mind later, no big deal. The artwork was only like $16, but I think this looks fantastic. And they have it for either this, or obviously if you have the control panel as well, you can get it for either way. And they have it for all the different themes that have come out so far. So I think it looks awesome on here. So those are the 5 mods that I did, going in order. Let me show you guys this stuff with the lights off so you guys can get an idea, or at least with the lights much dimmer. As you can see there, the lights are much dimmer here, and it looks so good. It really shines. The idea is that these lights are like this when people come down with all the machines on, and this is going to gravitate people towards the machine. And as you can see, it really does gravitate you to the machine with those LED lights there on the bottom and the back there. It really, invites someone to be like, that looks cool. That's kind of what you want. You want the machine to stand out, and obviously there's some pinball machines out there that do a bunch of LEDs and stuff, but obviously AtGames didn't have any LEDs like this besides the topper, of course, that was already lit. So I wanted it to stand out and to have that pop that people will be like, that looks cool, that's lighting up, and kind of grab people's attention. And the fact that it has a microphone that makes the lights move in the way of the music while you're playing really makes it seem like it's part of the table, because it hears the music, and if it's dead silent, you'll see the lights completely almost shut off, and then it'll come back on once it hears something. So cool feature about these lights. Like I said, the links will all be down below. But it looks really cool in the dark, as you guys are looking at here. I think it looks awesome, everything about it, and it makes it much more awesome to look at with these 5 mods. If I was going to do these in order, the first one I would do is definitely the LED lights on the bottom and the back, like I talked about. The second thing I would do is definitely this, because it really makes the machine, tie everything together, as opposed to the AtGames Legends black that was just sitting here that didn't really do anything for me. So this makes it look that much better. Mod number 3 would probably be the plunger, because I love having this in here, and the small detail really makes a big difference when people see it. Mod number 4, I would do these 2 bar lights back there. And mod number 5 is this cup holder here on the side. So really, really cool, guys. If you guys have any questions about any of these mods, like I said, make sure to look in the links down below. Some of them are my affiliate links for Amazon and stuff. Just might as well put the affiliate links down there, but they're Gobi lights. We all know how good Gobi lights are, so it's nothing crazy. But if you guys could use those links and take a look at all these products, that'd be helpful. And yeah, I think this is all I need to do with the AtGames. I don't think I have anything else planned to do with this machine. I think it looks great, and it's a great part of my journey into pinball. Like I said, this is being sold off. The Stranger Things small one that I've had here from Game Room Solutions, I'm currently have that on sale locally to see if I can get rid of that and use some of that money or all of that money to, you know, fund towards the full-size virtual pinball machine that I'll be getting in the next couple of months. And the plan is to fit 3 or 4 in this area. 3 for sure, 3 in the short term, possibly 4 in the long term. The third one being a real pinball machine coming in the future. Don't want to reveal what that may be yet, but if you guys watch this channel and you know what I do, you may have an inkling on what virtual pinball, or sorry, what real pinball machine I would want first down here. If you watch this channel, maybe take your guesses down below. But yeah, that's going to be the third one. So the second one is going to be this year in a couple of months, which is the virtual pinball machine. And then after that, at some point, we'll get the real one. Obviously, these things are expensive. I'm trying to sell stuff off to be able to get them because, you know, I'm not rich here, even though sometimes people may think so when they come here. But that is far from the truth. I work hard for everything I have. With multiple jobs and everything, and you know, doing what I need to do and selling some stuff off to get new stuff. And pinball machines are not cheap. So with that big one coming in, I'll have to, you know, sell these couple of things that I have to pay that off. And then after we have that one kind of situated, then we'll worry about adding the, you know, the real one after that and see where that lands us, whether that's the end of this year or next year, whatever the case may be. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.